Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today, we are going to go into what is it that men fall in love with you? Like, why? What about you is it that men fall in love with? And is it secret or is it well known? We're going to find out a lot more about it today. It's been a while since I brought one of these out, and these always seem to be your guys' favorite type of reading, so I do just want to make sure that I am giving to you what it is that you wish to have, and we will get into it. So I just want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that has joined this amazing tribe, that has been a part of the growth in this channel, and that has offered their energy, their light, and comments, you liking and subscribing and supporting my channel in any one way, shape, or form. I'm truly honored to have you all here, and it means the world to me. For those of you that are new, welcome. This is a reminder that we are all human here, and that you are welcome as you are in this here, now, here moment. If you are interested in supporting me further or connecting with me on my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, you will find all the links down below in the description box, as well as to get a personal or private reading. As of right now, I have limited the number to 10 spots per week. They do fill up quickly, so please shoot me an email and I will get you some more information. If I'm not able to schedule you this week, it is first come, first serve. You will get a spot for the following week, okay? So I'm just putting that out there as a reminder to those of you that are interested. Excellent. With that being said, let us go ahead and get into our prayer. And for the podcast, real quick, while this is lighting, the podcast as of recording this is going to be all about being present and what that does or doesn't do to impact others around us and ourselves in each and every moment. I think this is a topic that could be talked about a lot and isn't and needs to be. So let's get into it. All right, my beloved source, this prayer is for my fellow tribe on this video, for anybody that joins us, whether it's for a moment's time or for the entire time. I ask that you embrace them in your unconditional love. And we're always asking for the understanding of this unconditional love because it is greater than our minds can perceive. I ask that each day you help us draw closer to the understanding and the understanding of what that is, and how to become the embodiment of that so that we can help encourage others to be their most authentic self, which is love. It's not what we're doing, what we're becoming, what actions we take, or what we think we need to become. It's truly simply all about understanding and understanding unconditional love. And while these readings are always a way for us to reconnect with our discernment and our intuition, knowing that we all have the ability and the capacity within us to truly understand who we are at a deepest level and to know what step is the right step for us next. It doesn't make it easy, but you have made the steps simple in order to connect with our intuition and to connect with our higher selves and to connect with you and have conversations about this journey with you. The persistence is key. And as long as we show up with a plan, and as long as we show up knowing that no matter what we do today, we are enough, we will always have success. It's not about productivity. It's actually about simply staying still. And so I ask that you remind each and every one of us what that is for ourselves and how we can all draw closer to that inner voice within. As these words are spoken unto this space, so shall they be. Amen. Aho, Aseh. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my beloved source. Get that set up over here. So I do have a couple of surprises for you guys. I was so excited. So I recently have been expanding, and you guys will begin to see new decks on the channel finally. And so I'm bringing two today. You guys will get to see two new decks. They will be in your reading, not for you to choose from today, but they will be in your reading, and you will start to see. I have so many. Okay, I kind of just got a whole bunch. I kind of went a little bit hog wild. So I'm going to introduce them slowly so that I can imbue with their energy and they can imbue with mine. And yeah, you guys will begin to see new decks out. I'm just so excited. So excited. So as always, we will be choosing from one of our regulars, which is the Intuition Oracle. And let us get underway. So I do want to ask, the first question is going to be, why do men fall in love with you, right? Because I feel like that's just something that people want to know. I don't know. I just feel like that's something I want to know. So it might be something you want to know. Who knows? So source for pile 1, what oracle card will help us understand why do men fall in love with pile 1? Thank you. All right, source for pile number 2, what oracle card will help us understand why do men fall in love with pile number 2? Okay, so you are actually getting 2 pile 2, so they came out together. We're just going to leave it. And for pile number 3, source, why do men fall in love with pile number 3? What oracle card will help us understand why men fall in love with pile 3? Okay. Interesting. All right. So for pile number 1, we do have this rock to choose from. Don't know what kind it is. It's just this gray rock. It's actually really cool. I wish that it showed how cool it was over the video, but it does not. It's got all kinds of texture on it, and there's like a little silver glint to it that's just not coming through today, but that's okay. So a hidden aspect is what it feels like. Okay, for pile number 2, we do have this beautiful piece of rose quartz for you to choose from. It's from a larger piece. It got broken. Always be careful with your broken crystals. And pile number 3, we have this beautiful shell. It's a fossil of a shell for you to choose from. There's really nothing on the back. I never really show the back. It's just because there's really nothing there. But yeah. Okay. So we do have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And whichever one you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And with that being said, I will see you over on your perspective. Hello, my fellow humans. If you were drawn to this beautiful rock, or if you were drawn to this image during the shuffle, then this is going to be your pile for why do men fall in love with you. I'm going to leave that over there. We will check this out later and put it right there. Cool, you can actually see a better part of the image. Awesome. So keep in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if this is energy that you wish to have in your life, make sure you do type claim it, I claim it, in the bottom at the comments and leave a heart. That way then you're putting it out into the universe that you do claim this, okay? If you are interested in supporting the channel, if you're interested in getting a personal reading, or if you're interested in following me on over to my podcast, you'll find all the links down below. Quick note with the personal readings, there are only 10 slots open per week. I did get overwhelmed by personal readings, and so right now I'm going to have that slot and we're going to see how things go, but it may change. The number may go down and they do fill up quick. So if you are interested, send me an email and I will let you know how many slots are open. And also, if you're not able to get scheduled for the current week, that I will make sure it's first come, first serve. If you are interested, you will be in the first roster for the following week, okay? Spots are really filling up, guys, so I just want you to know. But also, if you're interested in following my podcast, the current podcast as of the recording of this video is all about being present and how presence affects ourselves and others, okay? I believe that is everything. So let us go ahead and get into your reading and start with the dice here. So source, why do men fall in love with my pile number 1s? What can you tell us, Source? What is it about pile 1 that men fall in love with? Why do men fall in love with pile number 1? Why do men fall in love with pile 1, Source? Okay, we've got the Sun, the first house, and Taurus. Ooh, you're a sexy beast. Pile 1, you're a sexy beast. All right. So, y'all want to send me some pictures? Because it's cool. I like looking at candy all day long. Trust me, all right? Okay, so I got some weird energy coming in here. I feel like y'all some spunky people. Spunky. You got some attitude, but it's like some fun attitude, like y'all witty. Yeah, like I got some weird energy that just kind of like overtook me right now. Like, whoo, I connected with you direct. So yeah, why do men fall in love with you? It is because you are so beautiful, so handsome, so gorgeous, right? You have a very unique look about you. You don't do things the way other people do. It could be the way that you dress. It could be the way that you do your makeup, your hair. Like, honestly, I just saw somebody that does like really wild eye makeup like every day. Like, it's not just their eyes, like the whole, you know, when you have like masquerade masks, not masks. When you have masquerade masks, like how it takes up the whole of the eye, like everything, like that's what I'm seeing, like makeup like that goes all the way above the eyebrows and all the way under the eyes, and like really, really wild eye makeup. Like, you know, for the men out there, it's more or less like you do unique things with your hair. Like maybe you have different colored hair, or like you style it in a different way than most men do. You dress differently than people do. You stand out, and that's why men fall in love with you. So it's like this energy of like, you're not one with the crowd. Like you're like a needle in a haystack, a one of a kind, hard to find. And that's why men fall in love with you. It's just a very unique energy, especially with first house next to this Taurian energy. You have this sense of, I could build a family with them. I could have, you know, stability with them. But more than that, wait, what's more than that, Becky? More than that, there's this sense of, I could build a life, a really well-rounded life with pile 1. Right? You have this energy of understanding and truth and being able to help others along their journey, and being able to help yourself first, and always putting your self-love above all else. And it's just something that stands out so much. You also have a very unique body type. So you could be very slim, thick. You could be very muscular. You could have, you know, like thick thighs and a round rear. You know, you could have some big chi-chis, you know. You could have whatever it is that just makes you stand out. And so many men are different. So it's like, don't think that you're not attractive because you are your worst critic, right? And so just remember that you are somebody's dream boat, no matter what it is. And so men have varying tastes. And it's so funny that I feel like I should talk about this for just a second, but you know, there's this book that I read, and it was talking about how this one woman went to her man, and he wanted to date her because he was falling for her. He was like really falling for her, and he really liked her, and she kept putting it off because she kept telling him, let me lose 60 pounds. And he was trying to convince her that 60 pounds made no difference to him, right? And now some people it does. Like some people are really, they're like number counters, and you know, that's what is it? They're belly watchers. And that's just a funny thing to me. Like it really is, but that's okay. No, like this is what I'm saying. Like the men here, it's like, whatever you beat yourself up for in their eyes, it's like one of the things that makes you perfect. It's like your flaws just add to the whole package. What you think is a terrible thing, it's like, it's not. It adds to your whole package, and it's a beautiful aspect of you, okay? And that's why it's coming through here. You're persistent, you're steady, like you show up, and you're very patient. Like I feel like people have tried to get you to be angry, to really like turn on your personality, right? Like turn you on your head, and you just are just you just keep doing what's best for you, and you're like, this is how I feel, like I'm not gonna let people rub me raw, I'm gonna do what's best for me. And you do. And you're very self-aware, but you also are full of vitality, and you do take care of your body in some way, shape, or form, which is something that men do appreciate. And that's not necessarily working out, but just making sure that you're taking care of yourself, right? Because it shows health and it shows wellness, but you shine with a lot of vitality, especially with the sun here. All right, so let me put these over here. I hope you guys can still see those. Let me see. Yeah, they're still in frame. I actually think I want to move them up here. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Do you like them over to the side, or do you like them up here? You know. But if that matched you, leave a green heart down below in the comments. I feel like for pile 1, y'all are green heart. So leave a green heart down there for your other pile 1s, and let them know, yes, this is me. Alright, so let's get some tarot out on it. So source, why do men fall in love with pile 1? Like, what can you tell us about pile 1? Why do men fall in love with pile 1? And I'm bringing out new cards. Not yet. I'm getting there. But I'm bringing out new cards, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I feel like that's how the men are when you come in the room. They're like, yes, it's pile 1. I just am so freaking excited on your pile. What is up, pile 1? You guys shine without realizing you're shine. Why do men fall in love with pile 1, source? Yeah, you guys are sexy, sexy beasts. You know that song by David Guetta? A sexy biatch. That's what it's like. I'm trying to find the words to describe this girl without being disrespectful. Damn, girl. Why do men fall in love with pile number 1, source? Whoa, that was coming out. Okay. All right. Why do men fall in love with pile number 1, source? I can't even see because I'm over here smiling so big. This is crazy. It's like they smile from ear to ear, or you smile from ear to ear all the time. Why do men fall in love with pile number 1? Thank you. Trying to find the words to describe this girl without being disrespectful. Damn, girl. Yeah, you... Like, that's what I was saying. Like, they feel like they can build an empire with you, with the 10 of coins here coming out. They just absolutely feel like you are somebody that is not only abundant within, you can make things happen. You're full of magic. Right? You're full of magic. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got Justice in reverse. We have the Empress. Exactly. Look, okay, let's just stop for a second here. Look, if these were spread out like I usually have them, you have the Empress under Taurus energy, which Taurus is ruling zodiac of the Empress. It's also Venus energy here. Yeah, you are somebody that is sexy. And that's the thing here. It's like you have a lot of injustice in your life. So a lot of these men have seen you be treated a certain way. This could be by other women. This could be just by people who are jealous of what you have. This could be people who don't understand what it is that you provide, right? And, you know, they see you still standing tall and firm in who you are. Exactly what I was saying. Like, I feel like somebody, or there's a group of people that are trying to make you step up off your normal day-to-day, like trying to make you act out, trying to make you become aggressive, trying to get you to be mad. And it's like, no matter how they show up, like, look, you're just turned, you're like, I'm going to start on my new beginning. I got other things I got to worry about. Like, you have no problem starting again. So it's like this is either one man that's been around you quite a bit, or this is a group of men who've seen you evolve over a period of time. That could be through social media, that could be through work, that could be through a friend group, right? It could just be through, maybe you go to a pub or a bar all the time, and that's just where your hangout is, and so do they see you there all the time. But there's somebody, or there's a group of people in your energy that are trying to get you to switch up off your path, right? It's like I'm trying to affect pile number one in a way. And it's interesting because it's like you've already moved on from that type of karmic energy. Like you've already healed that. You're like, let me grab what's mine. Let me grab my stick over here so I can beat people some common sense on their damn heads. Okay, like it's like I'm saying, like y'all have an attitude, but it's with purpose. It's not like you're being mean or anything like that. Like it's a purposeful attitude. It's funny. It's witty. It's charming. It's just interesting. It's like all of a sudden starting your pile. I'm like, woo, okay. But you've made progress too. You have the 9 of Wands here with the 10 of Coins. It's like you're making progress, even though the 9 of Wands can seemingly be a very heavy energy, right? It's like starting over. It's illness. It's sickness. Maybe you had an illness, right? That you overcame. And you didn't let that get you down. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to... Ain't no stopping me now, right? Because you're on the move. You're on it. You're like, no, it's like, cool, things happen, but I'm not going to let it get me down. That's life. I'm not going to let me down. And in spite of that, you've taken action and you've still followed whatever you're passionate about. And sometimes you've had to beat people on the head with your stick. Like I keep getting that. Like you've had to beat people on the head. Just like, look, this could also be an interesting energy coming through here. This could also be that energy from those people. Like you're the center card here, and men see how they're trying to bring the sickness or toxic energy back into your life. Like they're trying to, and you're just like, no, I'm focused on getting my 10 of Coins. And that's why they feel like they could build an empire with you, something that would be successful, something that would be very sound and foundational. Because you're very smart, you're very intelligent, you know how to receive, but above all of that, you know how to create in the midst of chaos here. And this is why men fall in love with you, because it's like shows your value and it shows your worth and it shows that you are someone that you're not gonna drop off of the world just because of one little thing happening or something not going your way. Like you're somebody that's a problem solver. You're somebody that's gonna see the bigger picture and not just let this situation right now, look, these situations right now, you're not letting them stop you. You're not letting it turn you into somebody that you're not. And that's why men fall in love with you. What more can you tell us, Source? So I'm so excited. This is one of my new decks, okay? This is the Tarot 78. This is a very Italian deck, and so, but the pictures in it, there's actual pictures in this, and so I'm excited. I love these cards. I will never, ever not love these cards. Say that 3 times fast. But anyways, I will always love these cards. These cards will always be my heart. They'll always be I'll always go back to them. But I love the new cards. I can't help it. There's a new deck, but I'm not bringing it out just yet because I want to play with it first. Okay, I'm kind of being a little bit, it's mine. So anyways, let's get some more information, Source. Source, may you please have some more information here. Yeah, so we have the 2 of Swords in the reverse here. Yeah, you are someone that leaves things that don't serve you anymore. This is a very interesting picture here. Like, let's just look at this. Baby left out in the open, right? But it's like she has a choice to make. She chooses to either save this baby or not. Well, of course, she's going to save the baby, right? From the rain. It's like you've had some difficulties in your life, but it's like no matter what, you are moving on from them. Like you're not letting those difficulties keep you in chaotic energy. You're not letting the upsets become who you are. You're like, this is a difficult situation, but I'm going to keep moving because that's what matters to me. What else can you tell us, Source? What other information can you give to us? Whoa, okay. Yes. Oh my gosh. All right. You got... Okay, so they want this one first. So we have the Pope S here. Yeah, there's like psychic energy here. So some of you could be psychic. Some of you could scare the men that fall in love with you because of how psychic you are. So I feel like sometimes men don't approach you, and that's because you're constantly evolving and because you're constantly changing, but you're also very aware, right? I was saying with the sun here, that very self-aware, you're very consciously aware of the things that are going on around you. You could also be a tarot reader. You don't have to be. You could just be involved in something that's very spiritual. You could be a scryer. You could be somebody that does candle wax readings. You could do runes. You could do bone casting. I did just hear hoodoo. Okay, that came in really strongly right now. So, yeah, there's like this air of spirituality about you that's coming through here that kind of frightens them. But they kind of like being in that energy because it's like they never know what to expect, but they always know that you're going to come from a high vibration. So it's like you're always going to tell the truth, and you're always going to be real, and you're always going to be down to earth. And it's like you don't let the fear of who you can be ever stop you from being who you need to be. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. Like you always continue to go towards who you are. Okay? So we do have the sun came out in the reverse. Exactly. Look, over this 9 of Wands here, it's like people are trying to catch you. Like I heard catch you with your pants down. That's what they're trying to do. Wow, that's so... people, look at this image though. There's these kids playing inside of this, what do you call those? Oh my gosh. They were in signs. Crop circles. This is like a crop circle here. These kids playing inside of it. It's like not being able to connect with your inner child because of some of these situations that have gone on. But what has happened is it's like you've used that as fuel to let yourself connect with you instead of connecting with that darkness. And so it's leaving others left out in the dark now. And now the energy that they tried to do to make you feel stuck is that they feel stuck now. And that's why men fall in love with you, because it's like when people try to do you dirty, you're just unbothered. You're not attached to it. You're like, look, it's you do you, boo, because I got stuff I gotta go fix. I gotta go focus on. Right? Then we have the 5 of Wands in the reverse. And this is just talking about these energies here they're refusing to change. Look at this, trying to break down this brick wall for a doorway here. He's like coming in with this hammer trying to break down this brick wall. This is the type of energy these people bring into you. Like, isn't it interesting they wanted this one on top of the Empress? Like, I feel like you're highly represented in the middle of this reading. And I feel like the reason men fall in love with you is because of all the chaos that happens to you that doesn't faze you. It's like naturally wherever you go, because you're a high vibrational being, like low vibrational beings, they're always trying to knock you up. Like they're knock you up. That sounds weird. Okay, they're trying to knock you off your path. Like they're just trying to make you come down to their level because your light scares them. And men are watching people do this to you constantly, and you're so graceful and peaceful. And what is going on with the camera? Why does this always happen on your pile 1? I swear this happens all the time. Hold on. Let me try and fix this. Let me pause this. Look, it's not... Okay. I don't even know when that paused, because it wasn't letting me pause it. I don't even know what happened. Okay, so anyways, I was talking about this. Like, this is people who don't want to change, and they're trying to break in, and they're trying to break down the boundaries that you have here, and they're not able to do it. And so it's like you've walked away from people who you're like, if you don't want to change, then that's on you. I'm not going to sit there and deal with that because you don't want to change. Okay, my sincerest apologies, pile 1. There was all of a sudden so much stuff that not only the video was going crazy, I didn't know when it paused, and then all of a sudden I had a whole bunch of stuff happening here, and so I'm back, okay? And I was talking about how they're trying to break down your berries. They're trying to make you feel small, right? With these 2 cards here, it's like they're trying to make you feel small. And you see it, you're aware of it. That's what I was saying. Like, I kept getting that energy that you still beat people on the head with it's like just common sense. Like, look, you don't have to come at me like this. You don't have to be like this. You don't You know, and it's not that you're like really even trying to defend yourself. It's just hitting them with deep truths, like wisdom. My apologies. Hold on one second. She was sleeping until all of that went down, and then she had to wake up and bark at the pup. But yeah, there's just a lot going on here. There's them trying to keep you, it's like, off your path, and you're the one in the middle and you're aware of it. And so men fall in love with you because they see how people are treating you. They see how they're trying to treat you, right? So what's on the bottom of this deck? Look, we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Oh, okay. Excuse me. There are some men who are very sexually attracted. Look, the Nine of Wands again in the reverse this time, like starting over here with the star. Like, see how bright you shine? Like, you're this beautiful star that's just shining so bright. And it's like, you have become this energy in men's life. It's like they would do anything for you, but for some, it's because they're sexually attracted to you. There are other men who like you or fall in love with you because of this energy. And then this is just showing that there are also some men who just want to, like this, like, look, when he's in the upright, he's bringing her a little gift, and he's trying to be, you know, romantic and go out of his way because he really, really admires her. He really, like, and she's beautiful. Like, look at her big old smile, too. Like, you guys have a beautiful smile, and, like, that's the thing. It's like he wants to gift her this, but here it's like they don't want to gift you anything. They want to take something from you when it's in the reverse, right? Someone who's very immature sexually, who doesn't know any better. I'm just going to put that there. Do I want to put that there? Will it fit over here? Yeah, there we go. I think it's still kind of in frame. I don't know. I can't decide. We'll put it there. I can't decide, so I'm figuring it out as we go. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Let's get some Oracle first, and then I'll bring in the new deck. So let's get some Oracle for pile 1. Why do men fall in love with pile 1, Source? You're a very nurturing individual. It's like, even though you've had to put up with all this, like, you don't get more feminine than the Popess and the Empress coming out together. Like, you just don't. That and is hand in hand, right? And so you're just this very divine feminine energy, and it's whether you're a man or a woman, it's like you have this very divine feminine energy to you. You've made a lot of sacrifices. This is Taurus energy coming in again. You've had to give up on things. You've had to let go of things. You've had to not do what everybody else does so that you can enjoy a life that nobody else gets to enjoy. And men fall in love with that. They admire that. Because it's like they see that you're willing to sacrifice the instant gratification in order to have what you want in the long run. And that is something that they find very appealing. Okay, so we're gonna do one of these cards. Why do men fall in love with pile 1, Source? Okay. Oh my gosh, this card flipped over. I can't with you. Pile 1, we've got spiritual connection. A relationship that has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. So this could very well be just one man that's coming in very strongly, like who is in love already, right? Very spiritual connection. If not, it's like men automatically feel like they're very connected to you, like you're their soulmate. And it's just because you're so high vibrational. You're not everybody's soulmate. Like, don't take it like that. Like, that's just how they feel because you affect them in such a unique way. It's, you want to connect through this spiritual connection, and most people don't, right? Most people want this type of connection that's just a very physical connection. And it's like you want something that's so much more. Like, I want to connect mind, body, and soul, but it's mind and soul and emotions before body. And it's like not everybody knows how to do that anymore because we're in a fast food society, right? Everybody wants everything to be like McDonald's, and they can't wait for things to come to them with patience and time. It's just not how it works anymore. And so that's what they admire about you, because you're not always jumping the line for anybody. It's like, again, like I was saying, a lot of people feel like you could be their soulmate, but you realize that they're not. Like, you realize that there's just a lot of people who are trying to play the part to get something from you. And so there are men that fall in love with you because they see that you're of value. Again, coming back to this, you see you're a Ferrari, right? In a world full of Hondas, okay? Like, I'm Ethan. I'm an Aston Martin in a world full of Toyotas, okay? Tsunami call, your wake-up call. That's why the spiritual connection card came out here, because you actually help activate either two things. There's a Kundalini rising that comes through here when you connect with people. The other thing is that you help activate their emotions. And so where they felt maybe stagnant before they met you, upon meeting you, they're now all of a sudden getting in tune with emotions that they didn't realize that they had. And that's something that draws them to you, right? With all this water, it's just this very deep emotions. And it's like, again, this kind of feels like that activation. It's like you're here to activate, of course, you know, with the Popess and the Empress together here. How could you not? You're so nurturing. You're like the mother archetype, and it's not you being their mother. It's just that embodiment of care and kindness and acceptance and compassion and truth, and just being there in the times of need. And it's like, even if you haven't been there for them like this, it's like they just feel that energy. It's so strong from you. It's just reverberating from you. What did I say in the beginning? You've changed over a period of time, and we have chameleon change coming out. Oh my gosh, I love the synchronicity for you with number 33, which is a master number, coming out over the Empress, which is 333. Also, 33 is a number of creation. The Empress is the mother of the zodiac, or not the mother of the zodiac, the mother of the tarot, right? So you have this energy, like, she looks like she's pregnant in this picture. She's the life giver. But not only that, it's also pointing towards the ability to create and manifest in this physical world. And that your angels are constantly with you, which we have this energy coming through with the Popess here. It's like showing that you're connected to source, showing that you're connected to the 5D. And so that's something that a lot of men have seen, and they've definitely fallen for. They're like, oh man, pile one, they're constantly just changing, and they're not afraid to embody the uniqueness of who they are, and they really appreciate that. And then we have house 9, spiritual growth. You do, okay, pile one. Y'all are the most spiritual pile already. Like, hello. We've got spiritual connection, spiritual growth, change. Jupiter is all about change. Jupiter is all about conscious awareness. And we said that in the beginning with the sun energy coming out in your dice. I said you are very consciously aware of your surroundings. Here we have conscious growth coming in with house 9. This is something that is very attractive. This is something that is very alluring. And they keep calling, you know, it's like, it's almost like they can't help but dream about you, because you're someone who's always trying to better yourself. You're someone who's always trying to become something more. And that's a beautiful thing. In a world where people are stagnant, you're willing to do what's necessary to change yourself, because the only thing that we have control over in this world is ourself. We can't control how other people show up. Look at how people have been showing up in your reading. We can't control how they show up. All we can control is how we choose to respond, how we choose to protect our own energy in those situations. I love your pile. I'm already in it. I love it. So the next new deck that I have is the Yin Yang Oracle deck. So these cards are so, they're just really cool. I really like them. I've already used this deck for myself, and it has been just so telling. So we're going to see what comes out. I'm going to shuffle through it one time and see what all flies out for you, pile one. And we'll go from there, okay? So let me give it a shuffle real quick and see what comes through for you. So Source, why do men fall in love with pile 1? What can you tell us? Why do men fall in love with pile 1? What cards do you want for pile number 1, Source? Whoa, okay, we've already got cards. Why do men fall in love with pile 1, Source? Why do men fall in love with pile 1? They're flying out, guys. Why do men fall in love with pile 1? One just went on the chair. Why do men... Whoa, my ring is coming off. What the heck? They want to take it off. Why do men fall in love with pile 1, source? Yeah, okay. Y'all got quite a bit here. My ring fell off. Like, Jiminy Christmas. They want to take it off. They want me to do these first. Oh, this was not 1. This was 2. Okay, they want me to do these 2 first. Let's see what we got here. Fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. Oh my gosh, pile 1. Can we say, what the heck is up with y'all? What y'all smoking? Can you share it, please? Look, this is like genie in the bottle. So I'm a genie in the bottle. You gotta rub me the right way. If you wanna be with me, baby, there's a price to pay. Right? Like, come on. Let's get it for real. They want to make a wish on you. They want to make a wish on you. The sun. You light up their life. 'Cause you light up my life. Who sings that song? I can't even remember. Anyways, if y'all know, comment down below. Y'all know I be needing your help sometimes, so help us out here, you know. But yeah, your wish fulfillment. Why they had that one first? Look, I'm done with you, pile 1. You really want some confirmations here. What did I say? They feel like they could have a family with you, but more than that, they feel like they could build a stability with you. We have family, home, and commitment here. Oh my gosh. Oh my Jeebus. Okay, so let's see here. These all flipped over. So let's get these out. Okay. But you're guarded. You do have a lot of vulnerability, but you're guarded. Like, you don't really give a lot. If somebody's not in your close circle, like, you don't give a lot. And that's why I'm saying this actually, in some way, adds to your value. It's not that you're afraid to be vulnerable. It's the fact that you're not just giving away willy-nilly who you are. Like, you don't let people see the close you. And that's something that men find attractive, because it's like, you're not just blasting out your personal life to everybody. You're really in this place of, like, look, if you're not close to me, you're not going to get to know me. And this, I feel, is the energy that comes into your life. Ego with vanity and pride. Right? This is like what you've grown out of, and this is what you've let go of. This is also the type of energy that surrounds you. This is, wow, I was out of camera. This is what people want. They want to put you in this place of trying to get you back in touch with your ego and not embracing your spiritual growth. But you've embraced your spiritual growth, and you're, like I said in the very beginning, like, you're a very beautiful person. Right? And because of that, like, it could be very easy to lean into vanity and pride, and you're not. There's a lot of guilt and sabotage in your energy. This is not you. This is people around you. There have been people who've tried to sabotage you, and we talked about this whole reading. How people are trying to get you to trip up on your path. It's like they're trying to sabotage the growth that you've gone through, because every time they're around you, they feel the guilt of what they're not doing. But this is you. You've surrendered to your journey. You've released this energy. You're purging it out of your system. Like, you're cleansing yourself, right? You're in a space of really cleansing yourself. And why is that? Look, I can't make this up. Higher self activation, conscious awareness, spiritual growth, spiritual connection. Like, this reading right here, pile 1. Whoa. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck, because we can. Because I can. Look, psych. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I just have to be so excited about this for you for a minute before I show you. Look, cycles, completion with change. I'm putting that out because that deserves to be out here. Look, y'all have let go of some stuff, and men have watched you do it with grace, with elegance, with beauty. And you've done nothing but shine and shine and shine and shine. Look at this. And I feel like this comes back to, we're going to check out your card here. This comes back to that vulnerability. Like, you're in touch with your inner child. You're finding out about who you are on a deep level. And you're allowing the darkness to become part of you, not separate from you, right? We're all built of light and dark. And if we deny one aspect, we deny both aspects of ourselves, right? So like if you try to hide from the dark, then you deny the brightest aspect of who you are, the light. And it's like you're finding peace with the darkness, the hurt parts, which is why I feel like in the beginning I talked about how maybe you judge your body a lot, and to not judge that, right? Because your flaws are a part of your perfection. And sometimes we as humans forget that because we're trying to look up to some standard or live up to this ideal that's posted on TV or in the magazines or online. And none of that is real. What's real is what we see in the mirror. And knowing that that is a part of your beauty is what you may feel is a deep imperfection. And I feel like this is you coming to terms with that, the surrender, this release, purging, feeling like I no longer have to hide from myself because of XYZ, right? Let's see what this is. The past. Oh my gosh, I love this. 28, number 10, again, a completion to a cycle. You're going to get to experience the fruit of your efforts. The seeds you planted are finally coming to harvest, and you're going to reap what you've sown. It says, I shine awareness and compassion on my past. This is why men fall in love with you, because you've become so compassionate and loving to yourself that you shine as the divine feminine here. You're an absolutely bright light in the world. And I'm going to tell you, Pile 1, keep shining your light because we need you. The world is full of darkness. And when we have light like yours, it gives the rest of us hope that we get to be who we're meant to be. And that's a pure embodiment of unconditional love. Okay? So I love this reading so much. I hope it resonated. If it did, make sure you leave a thumbs up down below. Leave that green heart in the comment and say, I claim this energy if you claim it, if it resonated with you. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. I do want to take a moment to thank your guides, your angels, your spirit messengers, source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this absolutely beautiful message. And I'm going to get on out of here. But until next time, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow humans. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of a piece of rose quartz, or if you'd chosen this image during the shuffle, then this is your reading. You did get 2 of these cards, so we'll leave those up here for later. First things first, okay? So these are general readings. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it allows me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out resonant readings. If you truly like what is being said in the video, make sure you leave a blue heart down below in the comments and say, claim this reading. That way you're putting it out into the universe that this is something that you would like to receive. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel in any one way, shape, or form, getting a personal reading, or connecting with me via my podcast at scatterlovetarot, that will all be down below in the description box. You'll find links to everything. Quick heads up on personal readings. Currently, I have limited it to 10 slots as of right now. That number may change in the meantime. However, knowing that it is because I got overwhelmed with personal readings, and so now I only have 10 slots available each week. And to remind you, those slots are filling up very quickly. So if for some reason I am full and you reach out to me and you would like one that week, I will let you know what part of the week after you'll be. It's first come, first serve. So if I'm already filled up and there are some already filling up the next week, I can't change that, but just so you know. Okay. So anyways, if you're interested in my podcast, as of recording this, the latest podcast is all about presence and how that affects other people, and as well as how we're showing up in our day-to-day life and what that can do for us along our journey. So let us go ahead and get into your reading and find out why men love you, Pile 2. So Source, why do men love pile number 2? Why do men love pile 2, Source? What can you tell us about why men love pile number 2? And I've got 2 new decks that I'll be bringing out for you guys today, which I'm super stoked about. If you didn't catch the intro, that's perfectly all right. So we've got 9th house, Sagittarius, and Mars energy coming through here. Some very spiritual energy coming across the board today. I'm actually really loving it. And I think that it's awesome that men are really liking that there's some spiritual, energy coming through with the collective. So with you, pile 2, it's because you are very well versed. You're very intelligent, but you're intelligent in the things that nobody talks about, like the workings of life or just wisdom. When you meet people and people are struggling, like you may just give them wisdom that it seems like just general knowledge to you, but it's really not. It's not things that other people would actually come up with and say. It's not things that people would just normally spout off, but you take action towards that and you embody that with the Mars energy ending this. This is very fiery energy as well. So you could be like my sexy jalapeno is what I heard. I'm sorry, I couldn't even say it without laughing first because it was just so random. You're like my spicy mamacita is what I'm hearing. And so yeah, this is somebody who, or a group of men who really think you're spicy, and there's something about you that they just, like, even though you're hot, like it burns, like they can't get enough because the flavor that comes with it is so delicious and divine. And that's what I'm getting here with all this fiery energy, right? You may travel a lot too, especially with 9th house next to Sagittarius energy. You're very worldly is the energy that's coming in. And you like that. Like you really enjoy being in that energy of always changing scenery. Like maybe you travel for work, or you just have a job where you can travel wherever you want to. And you go and, you're always doing what feels good for you. You're also a philosopher. And, like I was saying, like you always bring wisdom that just seems like it'd be just general wisdom. Like that's simple. Like how can you not see that? And like the general everyday person doesn't see that. And so men benefit from the knowledge that you bring. And it's like men really like common sense people, right? Like that doesn't matter who you are. Men really like common sense people. And the way that you bring information, it hits them in a different way where they're like, oh, I wish I had seen that before. Like, how did I not see that? And it was because they were living in an old toxic pattern. And it's like your wisdom actually helps alter their perspective almost instantaneously. It's like they almost instantaneously are like, oh, okay, like this is how I should have seen the world all along. Why wasn't I seeing the world like that? And now they do, and they're just like, wow, that's awesome. I'm so glad pile 2 came into my life. You're also very optimistic and adventurous. Sometimes you do things in excess, but that's okay. You're very expansive, and you're somebody who tells the truth. You're very honest, and you have honor and integrity, and that is something that is very attractive. But your intelligence is a thing that's really, really standing out for me here. It's like how intelligent you are and how you take action based on your intuitive knowing. But it's more like you get an intuitive insight and then you take action on that. And your intelligence is what kind of like leads the path for you. Like it's like, oh, I got this intuition, but I know I need to do this, this, and this. And it's like other people wouldn't see the story played out like you, but you see the whole story played out and you're like, just follow it easily. And you're a leader. And you're not afraid to step up into that leadership energy. You're very brave. You take leaps of faith. Like it's like a very new type of energy. A breath of fresh air is what I'm hearing. Like I was saying, like, I keep coming back to that spicy jalapeno. Like, it's like you're someone who has made them feel guilty for the way they see life, but it's like also at the same time, you gave them that fresh perspective that made them understand that this is why we should look at life this way. And that's why it was like an instant, it was like demasculization. I think that's demasculization. Yeah, but an instant like boost, an ego boost at the same time. It was like a punch to the jaw and then a shared beer. Like, I don't know how else to say it. That's the type of energy that's coming through here. It's like, but it's like you're not doing it in a mean way. It's just it's just so honest. It's like, you know how kids are just really honest and kids just say the most honest things, and that's why they say, oh, kids say the darndest things. Like, no, kids are just super honest, and it's through that honesty you can't help but but laugh, but at the same time be like, whoa, I wish I'd have seen it that way to begin with too. Like, why didn't I notice that before? And it's like that type of energy, you know. Pile 2 just says the darndest things. So let's get some tarot out on it for you, Pile 2. Let's find out, why do men love Pile 2, Source? Why do men love Pile 2? Why do men love Pile 2? Because you control your emotions and you're not afraid to work hard for what you want. You're not someone who's going and being based on, oh, I feel emotional today, so I'm just going to like drop off the wire and treat everybody like whatever. No, you actually stand firm in who you are and know, like, even if I'm emotional today, I'm going to do what I need to do. Like, I'm not going to pour that onto everybody else because it's mine to deal with. Why do men love Pile 2, Source? Thank you. Why do men love Pile 2? Yeah, they feel like you're some sort of a accomplishment, but not like a trophy, okay? Not like a trophy. It's like your wish fulfillment, but it's more than that. It's like if they could ever have status with you, and it doesn't matter, friendship, love, lover, you know, husband, boyfriend, whatever. If they could have status with you, like, that would just be a huge achievement in their life. They feel like they would be moving on up. Why do I hear that song right now? Tell everybody I'm on my way. Isn't that from, like, Brother Bear? Like, that's it. It's like they just feel like they'd be on their way if they were with you. So, Source, why do men fall in love with Pile 2? Why do men fall in love with Pile 2? Thank you. Yeah, you're like Cupid's arrow. You come in and you, like, shoot them through the heart. Like, it's not something that you intentionally do. It's just you really have this energy about you where it's like they can't help but immediately fall in love with you. This is interesting. This came out in Pile 1 too, but in a totally different place. Look at that. Leaders. Like, the 10 of Cups in my deck is not wish fulfillment, okay? The 10 of Cups in my deck talks about being a leader, being able to lead others through emotional energies so that they can be a stable person in their life. But you've had to start over many times in order to ever get to this point. It's like all the things that you tell others that seem so common, it's like you yourself had to experience and learn first, right? I'm going to move this up just a tad here. See what came out for you. Yeah, you leave things that don't serve you. You have a way of ending karmic cycles in others' lives, and that's why they fall in love with you. So men are falling in love with you because, like, they may have a broken heart. Like, this is just an example. They may have a broken heart, and then you come into their life, and it's like maybe their broken heart happened years ago, and they're still pining over that broken heart. And it's like you give them some little bit of wisdom, like, you know, hey, and this is so generic, but it's something like this, you know, better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. And it's like this whole time they were so stuck in their own emotional turmoil that they could never look at it that way. And then suddenly they're like, whoa, like, why didn't I look at it that way? And for you, you're just like, it's just common. Like, I don't know, like, you know, but for them, it's like you help them let go of the things that are holding them back, the things that have them trapped in life. Yeah, and they fall in love with you because you're so positive. Like, you've overcome so much negativity. You help them overcome negativity here. You know, if 5 of Swords in my deck talks about being able to release the toxic patterns of self-sabotage and release the toxic patterns of talking to yourself and saying, I don't believe I can. And instead, you're coming into a place of saying, today's an awesome day because yes, I can. Right? That's a very simplistic way of putting it, but that's exactly what it is. You are so sound in the way that you feel and think and are, that when you meet men, you help them to take action on the things that keep them mentally stuck or emotionally stuck. And truly, it's the illusion. You see right through the illusion and you get to the truth of the situation, and they immediately fall in love with you. Yes, there is some sense that they could build a family here with you, but the 4 of Wands in my deck really does talk about when it's in the upright, it says it's letting go of things, letting go of what's no longer serving you, shoring up old habits, right? Like it's, look, we got to cut this off because it's not working. And it's finding that stability of taking action toward things that matter. With the 9 of Wands here, it's talking about having to start over and over again in order for you to build a basis of becoming a leadership. It's like when they see you, oh, what's that song? I could be a woman and a boss and wear the trousers at the same time. It's a remix on, it's like, you make it rain, but I make it shower. Oh my gosh, why can I not think of this song right now? But that's the line that was coming through. It's like, you can be the boss and wear the trousers at the same time. It's like talking about, tell them there is no difference. It's like, it's just an illusion. It's like, that's the thing. They see you as somebody that would help them overcome all the upsets in their own life, but not by you carrying them, but simply just by you being you. And that's what they've fallen in love with. It's like, you help them heal a broken heart and they fell in love with you. You help them heal an old childhood wound and they fell in love with you. Like, you helped them with whatever problem they were having. And you didn't even carry the problem. It was just you giving some sense of wisdom here, some sense of spiritual knowledge, like a channeled message. It could have even just been from source, but it's like, because of that, they're just like, oh my gosh, pile 2, like, I'm in love with you because you've helped change my life in such a beautiful way. All right, so here's one of my new cards, my new decks. This is called the Tarocchi 78. This is an Italian deck, but they do have pictures in it. And yes, I'm doing both reversals and uprights here, but the pictures are absolutely gorgeous. So we'll see what comes through. We'll draw some clarifying cards. Let me give this a shuffle here and see what comes out for you, okay? See if we can get a clearer picture on why men love you. Why do they fall in love with you? So source, what clarifying cards can you give us to help us understand why men fall in love with pile number 2? So we have the King of Swords that flipped over. Yeah, you're a truth teller. I was going to say a soothsayer. So you could be a soothsayer, which would not surprise me at all with you getting the 9th house and Sagittarius energy right next to one another. You could be a soothsayer and not realize it. Okay, that one's coming out. It's coming out sideways, but I'll take it upright here. We have the 3 of Cups. Yeah, you're just someone who they feel like they could build an emotional bond with. Like, you see like them here and they're all getting dressed and they're all acting like sisters, like just getting dressed with one another. There's a sense of comfort level with you. Since it came out horizontal, I'll talk about what it means in the reverse in my deck. It's talking about literally having childhood neglect. And we talked about that. Like, maybe you help them heal a whole old childhood wound. And that's something that they really appreciate. And you've helped them to persevere and overcome things that they haven't been able to do on themselves. And that's why they love you. Why do men love pile 2, source? Whoa, that's coming out. So we do have the 10 of Cups coming out in the reverse. Because they feel that they've fallen from grace. Look at this picture. This is marriage on here, right? But if we're going based on the image, okay, right? Like, okay, but this is like, they feel that they've fallen from grace and you've brought grace back into their lives with the 10 of Cups here. But the other thing here too is that this being in the reverse over the 5 of Swords, let's talk about that for just a second. This is saying like you've overcome some really difficult situations. Maybe you've had a divorce, okay? Or maybe you had to absolve a partnership or a business situation. You've had to let go of things that you thought were happiness and turned out that it wasn't. It was just an illusion. And that's what's given you, what I was saying is like, that's what's given you the experience. It's coming out in the reverse here saying it's like, this may feel like common sense to you, but not noticing that it's actually because you have experienced something very similar to it. And they appreciate that it's through this that you've grown emotionally, through this that you've actually become this very honest person. And it's through this that you've become somebody that is capable of being you can cut people off, but you can also let people in. And that's another thing here with the King of Swords coming out that's also clarifying what I got in the beginning is your intelligence is coming through. The King of Swords is somebody who's incredibly intelligent. He's wise. He's not necessarily understanding, but he's someone who is just wise and is capable of living in that honesty. He's not going to lie for the sake of making someone feel a certain way. You know, like, he's going to tell you the truth. If you ask a question, he's going to tell the truth. And that's something that they appreciate, because, like, you're not trying to make them feel a certain way. So, like, in the case of, like, women and men, okay, and this is just an example here, but in the case of women and men, and I feel like this just goes with anybody, really, is that the feminine energy, let's talk about it in energetics terms here. The feminine energy sometimes loses themselves to impress the masculine energy. And you're not like that. You're in this feminine energy that is very much like, no, I am comfortable with who I am, and I'm not going to let you make me believe that I have to say something just to make you feel better, because it's going to hurt your feelings if I say the truth. Like, you're going to say the truth, and they appreciate that, and that's why they love you. And then on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Nameless card, or we have Death here in the reverse. And this is just talking about, it's like something that has left them completely stagnant and catatose, right? Catatomic. And look, Judgment right underneath that. You've helped them understand that this happened in their life for purpose, right? It's not that there is good and evil. It's the balance of knowing that sometimes bad things have to happen to us in order for us to become who we're meant to be, to go into the light, or we can choose to fall into the darkness, you know. And it's like this wisdom. And I know I wish it was more than that, but that's what keeps coming out, is why men fall in love with you. It has to do with your wisdom. It's not anything other than the fact that you're this channel. But it's not just source energy. It's like a part of who you are at your core. And it's such a beautiful thing. It helps them understand life in a beautiful way. And it's almost like they fall in love with you because of the appreciation of what you've brought into their life. It's not to say that their feelings aren't true. I absolutely feel like they are. It's just like, it's almost like through appreciation and gratitude, now they've fallen in love with you. Now, we'll get some oracles out on it for you, and then I'm going to bring out one of my new decks. You guys get 2 today. I'm not going to bring them all out. I got like 10, I think it is, and that's just an overwhelming amount of energy, and yeah, but you guys will see them coming out pretty soon here, and I'm just really excited. I love adding to my tarot library. It's always fun. So, Source, may you please have some oracle cards to help us understand this a little bit further, why men love pile 2. Why do men love pile 2? Yeah, the sacrifices. This came out in pile 1 too. It's not to say that you have to go watch pile 1, but you may have come from pile 1. So if you have, welcome and thank you. But this is saying that you've had to make a lot of sacrifices, and not just small sacrifices. These are large sacrifices, things that you've said no to, or things that you've let go of, things that you've had to absolve, you know, in order to become who you are. And that's something that they find very attractive. Like, you never let life get the best of you, is what I'm hearing here. And you're reliable in spite of all those things. Like, you're a stable foundation. It's like, even though you believe in this very mystical energy, and it's like you're a mystery yourself, you're still stable. Like, no matter how much of a mystery you are, you're still very stable. Okay, let's see here. Please have some oracles for pile number 2. Why do men love pile number 2? Yeah, Capricorn came out. It flipped over. We have ambition, realism, and methodical steps. And it's just a matter of time before you become successful, if you haven't already. But it's like, I feel like it's also a matter of time before men start stepping forward, if they haven't already, to say that they think that you're a star in their life, that they want to be with you, that they want to have some sort of connection with you. Like, it just feels like a matter of time with this sand clock up here, you know. But you take these steps, and you're very ambitious, and it's like, you might not think that ambitious is sexy, you know, ambition is sexy, but think about that. Like, don't you think ambition is sexy? If you're so ambitious, you know, I keep hearing, like an astronaut in the ocean. It's like, please do not, what is it? Like, you'll never match my grind, so please do not waste my time. Like, that's how I feel like you are. It's like, unless you can match my grind, don't even bother, because you're just a waste of time. So you are in a very masculine energy right now, proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion, but you're moving forward, right? It's like no matter what, you're on the go. You're moving forward. Again, the fiery energy, you have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius coming through here. It's like you're in this very masculine energy. It doesn't make you a masculine energy by nature. You could very well be, which is fine. What I'm saying here, it's like right now you are embodying your masculine energy because you're taking care of business. Taking care of business. All right, let's get one of these. Why do men love pile 2 source? Yeah, you're just somebody that they could see, like they would never have to struggle. Like struggle in life, struggle in truth, struggle in honesty with self. Like it's like there's no sense of struggle here. Like we have 44 coming out on the bottom, master number. Get to know each other. Learn how to meet another's need for love. Like they feel like you're so much in this energy of understanding what you need that if that were to be a thing where you two came together, it wouldn't be trying to figure out life. It would be trying to figure out each other. Effortless. You make it effortless. Waterfall effortless. You make it all effortless. That's what I was saying. Isn't that what I was saying? Like, you have this wisdom that feels so common to you. It's like, it should just be common, but it's like, you make them see things, like, it's like when they're struggling with something, and it's something that's so deep, like, you just come in with some simple wisdom, and it's like, you're just trying to be you. That's it. There's nothing else above it, or in it. It's like, you're being you, and you come in with this wisdom and you make it seem so effortless that they're able to change their perspective on the spot. Let's see what these two are. You got 2 of these. So we have number 11, another master number. Look to your inner strength. You're stronger than you realize. This is how you make them feel, stronger than they realized. You make them feel that way. And it's like this light, it's like this beauty, this brightness. Like, you gave me the courage I needed to overcome what I was struggling with. When in reality, it was like you just gave them the wisdom they needed to find the courage within. And then we have 26, new love. What was I saying? It's only a matter of time before somebody comes forward and we have new love. Embrace an opportunity for love and work, in your work prospects, or for spiritual growth. So there's definitely love coming to you. We have number 8. It's like you've healed some sort of karmic cycle here, and now abundance is ready to come in. No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, so I am going to draw from these. These are my new oracles. The Yin Yang Oracle. These are so amazing. These have been really fun to play with. So with these, I'm just going to shuffle it one time, and then I'm going to see what all comes out. So what comes out is what we'll look at in regards to you. So let's just get into it. Wow, if I can hold the deck together. They are a bit slippery. That's my only thing here. They're a bit they're kind of slippery, slow. You know, we like slippery things. That's cool, you know. I'm not trying to be dirty. It just came out, okay? I promise. All right, so let's see here. Hey, don't be so slippery, man. Don't be so slippery. Alright, so source. For pile number 2. Why do men fall in love with pile 2? What can you tell us? Why do men fall in love with pile 2? Wow, that came fine. Oh no. Why do men fall in love with pile 2? If that's the only card that comes out, I'm so sorry, pile 2. Oh my gosh, this didn't come out. I went through the whole thing, and that's the only one that flew out. I need to take off my ring. I almost lost it. Let's just talk about this for a second. What the heck? Twin flames. And it's the only one. Look, if you go back and watch the end of pile number 1, I swear 7 of these cards flew out just flawlessly. Just boom, one right after the other flying out. We had 1 card fly out for you. Twin flames. It's only a matter of time. New love. I mean, I could shuffle it one more time, but I mean, really, what else is going to come out? That's the only thing that wanted to come out. These cards are so slick. Okay, like, they just pop out. When I shuffled it for myself the first few times, so many popped out. Okay, so this is just, I would draw more, but I feel like this is your message. And y'all know, if you've been on my channel, you all know I don't like talking about twin flames. I don't. Because it's just, I feel like it's just such a huge thing now that nobody actually knows what it is. And the journey is so personal to each person that everybody's trying to make it a cookie cutter thing. And it's like, if you don't fit into that cookie cutter version, you don't feel good enough. Okay. So it's like, maybe you've been on the twin flame journey yourself and you just kind of surrendered to it and you let it go. And you're like, okay, look, I'm done because I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with me, and that's the sacrifice. And that makes sense. There's an energy here that's like, this could be one person that's coming in, a masculine, that's like, damn, like you've really changed it. And I apologize for cursing, but that's what's coming through. It's like, you've really changed yourself. You've really changed who you are, and you've given me the courage to change myself. You made it look effortless, and I feel like you doing it, pile 2, is what gave them the courage to do it. Right? Look to your inner strength. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck over here. Forming structure and a solid foundation. This is something that you've been building without realizing that you're building. That's it. What's underneath it? Present, abundant, gratitude. Didn't I say that? This is like their gratitude, like they've fallen in love with you, and that's the gratitude. Their gratitude is so deep that it's like, that's why they've fallen in love with you. They see you as abundant. They see you as this present being. So now they're about ready to take action. They're finally getting the courage. Jupiter, the planet of luck, the spiritual growth. House number 9. You have 9th house Sagittarius and Jupiter. All three things connected to good luck with new beginnings. Yep. Comfort zone, south node, clinging. They're letting go of what they're comfortable with. They're letting it go. Because your rejection made them feel fragmented. They felt at a loss. They felt it. They felt like they lost something good. And so it's like, now they're watching you through social media, or they're watching you do your thing, and they're learning. Self-love is the only way to go. That's the only way to create. That's the only way, is through good intentions. And so now they've found a new renewed spark of love for you. Because they let go of the confusions. And the attraction is for real with Mars energy. I'm going to end it there. Traction, Mars, and hot. Hot, hot, hot. Look at the fires on that card. Hot, 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 baby. Proud Mary, keep on burning. Right? Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. All right, so let's check this out. So I was saying, like, Cupid is such a thing. It's like you shot them with Cupid's love arrow without even trying. It's like, here you are, just being you. Just doing your thing, receiving your messages. Again, you're a channel for source. You have psychic abilities. You are a channel. You don't have to worry about it. But you become a spotlight and a mirror for people that you connect with, especially men. It's like, because you're in this beautiful energy, whether that's masculine or feminine energy, it's whatever you identify with. But it's like, because you are in that energy, you become the mirror for them, and they can't help but find healing within themselves right away. It is so cute right now. I cannot make this up. My puppy, her name is Angel. She's laying down next to my older dog. And my older dog hasn't felt good all week, but she's laying down, and my older dog is licking her. And this is something that they've done for the last 2 years, is like, she'll lick on her, and it's like, I know licking is a self-soothing thing, but it's also a form of affection. And so this week has been a really hard week for her, and I feel like, so I don't know why I have to you, but it's like, I feel like maybe you guys have been struggling, and it's like, there's some sort of affection coming for you. There's some love coming for you. Right? But you're receiving messages, and it's like, you do it. Look, her eyes are closed. Our guesses could be a guy too. There's really no saying it's a woman or a man, but this person's eyes are closed here. Can you see that? And so it's like, you just flawlessly are doing it. Let's take a look at this. The confident. I honor all that I have done to make me who I am today. Gosh, this just makes so much sense with number 25, which is 7. Let's turn that over like this. I love that. And then let's look at this. Look at the warrior. Look, with the heart, I feel like somebody's coming. It's like you've gone through the dark night of the soul. You've gone through the storm, and now somebody wants to come and offer you a heart, offer you love, and they're willing to fight for you with this baton up here. It's like they're willing to go the distance. These are mountains, but it's like, yes, he looks bigger than the mountains themselves, but it's like he's climbing. He's going the distance here, right? The warrior. I didn't even know that was the warrior card, but that's what it was. I ask for what I want because I deserve to get what I want. Tell me that doesn't even, like, if you were to break down all that you had on the twin flame journey, okay, I'm just going to talk about it because I told you all if it came up, I would talk about it. And yes, I knew this card was present in this deck. I wasn't going to be a jerk and pull it out because that's not, it's a deck. I got this deck for purpose, okay? I even have twin flames in my channeled messages, so it's there. It's there for when it comes up. But I feel like if you guys really broke down the twin flame journey, it's saying, I want someone who gets me without me having to explain who I am. They just see me and they understand me. I see them, I understand them. And we love each other so deeply that nothing can tear us apart. Well, except for Source, that is. I feel like that's what's coming through. It's like you asked for what you want, and now you've had the courage to do what you needed to do, right? You become confident with who you are. And you are the one that has done the work. You're the one that's built the foundation. Okay? This was an incredible reading, pile 2. If it resonates, we said at the beginning, leave a blue heart. If you made it here, leave me blue and yellow hearts down below in the subscription, in the comment box, and tell me if this is your reading. Claim it. Let us know, you know, because I know we're not just singular twin flames out here. There are plenty of us together making it through this journey, trying to figure out what the heck this craziness is that doesn't make any sense, and we're still trying to make sense of it. And I don't think we can make sense of something that's spiritual, that's beyond human comprehension. So that being said, though, I am going to go ahead and leave it there. I do want to take a moment to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, Source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this beautiful message. And I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. And until next time, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow humans. If you were drawn to this beautiful fossilized shell, or if you were drawn to this image during the shuffle, this is going to be a reading on why do men fall in love with you. We're going to put that up there. You did get 2 of these cards, so we'll check those out a little bit later. You do have your dice picked out. So keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, real quick, if this is energy that you would like to claim, make sure you leave a pink heart down below in the comment section saying I claim this. If this is energy that you would like to put out to the universe to bring back into your energetic field. And if you are interested in supporting the channel in any one way, shape, or form, if you're interested in getting a personal reading, or if you're interested in following me on over to my podcast, that will all be linked down below in the description box. A couple of things with the personal reading. Currently, I have limited the spots to 10 spots a week because I did get overwhelmed and flooded with readings. So if you are interested in a personal reading, make sure you email me. I will let you know how many spots are still open. They are filling up quick. And if it does roll over into the next week, it is first come, first serve, okay? That will not change as we go on. Also, if you are interested in following me over to my podcast, which is on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio, the current podcast is all about presence and the effect that presence has upon ourselves and others. So let us go ahead and start your reading with your dice and find out, why do men fall in love with pile 2, Source? Why do men fall in love with pile 2? What can you tell us? And also for you, pile 2, letting you know that I do have 2 new decks that I'm bringing out today that I'm super stoked about. They've been amazing. I'm going to change where the focus is. Okay, so we have 9th house Pisces and Neptune energy. A lot of spiritual energy coming through here. But more than that, with the Pisces and Neptune energy coming in, this has something to do with you looking almost cartoonish, okay? This is giving me that vibe, like you may look like an anime character. Maybe someone's told you look like an anime character, that you are just extremely beautiful or really handsome. Maybe people have liked to draw you as cartoon figures. You've always been like, what the heck? It's because you have a very unique beauty and you look like a cartoon character. You may have really big eyes. You may have very big dreamy eyes, like bedroom eyes. You may have just very intense dark eyes. Something about your eyes here, and it's like feeling like I feel like I'm falling over the edge right now. So it's like feeling lost in them, falling into you through your eyes. They do say eyes are the window to the soul, so that is true, right? You are also well-traveled, you're very spiritual, you're very intelligent, you're very clever, you're very optimistic about life. You're the person that always goes around with a smile on your face no matter what. It's like the bigger the smile, the bigger the problems, right? That's exactly the type of energy that you have. You're someone who's very capable of divination. You may do divination. You may read tarot cards for yourself, or you may be your own, I don't know, rune reader or casting bones. We did have that in another pile, but it does feel like you do this more or less for yourself and not for others. So that's what it feels like, okay? But that might just be very specific for someone, and others of you could be doing it for other people, okay? There is a sense of higher education here. Laws coming in. Maybe you are a, a stewardess, I'm hearing. A pilot. You could be a pilot. Whoa, that was really strong. So something about traveling and flying all the time. You know, with Pisces, you're very compassionate and loving and kind and just dreamy and mystical, intuitive, spiritual, sensitive. Sometimes people will, or men specifically, will fall in love with you to escape reality, because dreaming of a life with you feels very romantic and very unusual and different than anything that they've ever experienced. And that's something that stands out for them, because it's like you just have that energy about you where if I fell in love with pile 3, my apologies, my older dog is barking at the pup. This is what they do, so I apologize. Give me a second, let me calm her down. Yeah, and with the Neptune energy, it's like you're someone that they can imagine a lot of things with. You also kind of confuse them and inspire them at the same time. And they feel like there's like a sense of delusion here. Like they're, I don't know what it is. It's almost like you make a lot of, like, they just really have a delusion about you, like you're someone that you're actually not. Like, I feel like they romanticize who you are without ever actually getting to know you. So this could be from far away. Like, these are men from far away who are falling in love with you, and they don't actually know who you are. They only get to see a very small portion of you. Like, you know, kind of like I'm seeing the iceberg card from one of my oracle decks. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But they only see like 10% of you, like very small portion of who you are, and they romanticize that, thinking that that's who you are 1,000% of the time, and that's just a portion of your day, right? Like, that just may be in the morning before you had coffee, who knows, you know, or before you had tea, or before you had your water. Let's get some tarot out on it. Source, why do men fall in love with pile number 3? Why do men fall in love with pile number 3? What can you tell us, Source? I feel like you're fast. Like, you come in. What is that song? Rock You Like a Hurricane? That's what I'm hearing right now. Oh my gosh. I don't actually know that, like, very well, but that's what came in, is rock you like a hurricane. Like, that's what it feels like. Like, you just totally just ruin every aspect that they ever had about life. So it's like, when you come into their life, like, every idea that they thought they wanted, it just, like, dies. It's like, nope, that's it. I want pile 3. But it's like I said, they don't get to know you. They just know a small portion of you. Why do men fall in love with pile 3, Source? Thank you. Why do men fall in love with pile 3? Okay. Okay, so I heard like you're an obstacle. there's some sense of wanting to overcome you, but it's more or less overcoming self. It's not to conquer you. That's not what this feels like. Yeah, you bring a lot of anxiety. So let's see. Yeah, a new beginning. Like, you're someone that they could very well take a risk with, but they know that you have options and they need help in order to ever even come towards you. Right? Like, they know that they need help to even come forward. It's like they're not going to be able to get in on your good graces just by themselves. Like, they need divine intervention here to come towards you. Why do men fall in love with you? Because you're a challenge. Like you're not easy to get to. You're so healed. You are someone who's not just going to settle for the bottom, the bottom feeders, just because, they say that you're pretty, or they say you're handsome, or they say they love you. Like, you probably look at that as like a gigantic red flag. It's like the first message, hey, beautiful, and you're like, get out of my DMs. Like, what are you? Can't you ask me a question like a normal person instead of saying, hey, beautiful? But no, like, that's like, and I feel like maybe these men have tried to do something like that, but they've realized that it doesn't work. And it leaves them, like, you may have rejected a lot of these men in just online or through messengers or even on like a dating app or something like that. Or, just like it feels very distant, like very distant. Like they're only getting a snapshot of your life. That's what makes me feel like it's some sort of social media or some sort of platform here. And it's like you're constantly growing and healing, and you're bringing this healing energy through whatever it is that they're connecting with you. Like, your healing energy reaches through electronics. It reaches over the internet. Like, it reaches everybody that has some sort of interaction with you. It touches them because your energy is so bright and brilliant and healing and balanced, and you're able to integrate what's good and the bad. And so, like, if any of these men have come after you and said, oh, hey, gorgeous, hey, beautiful, and that's all they say, and they expect you to carry the conversation, and you've left it, you've actually learned so much from that. And I feel like there's a sense of gratitude from you, like saying, like, I'm glad that they came towards me so that I understand that is not what I want. Well, what you've all taught me is what I don't want, what not to do. So now I can figure out what it is that I want to do, and I will go towards that, and that's going to be that. And I do feel like you may see, I don't know why I got this, but I feel like you may see 1414 a lot. But I'm also getting that you're the one that's transformed in spite of their best efforts. It's like maybe one time you reached back out to them, and then it's like you realized it was just very superficial, and because of that, like, you moved on, and now they're like wishing that they had done something to keep up with you. This could be one person, but I do feel like this is like a lot of people wish that they had the courage, wish that they weren't so afraid of rejection. They wish that they weren't so, like, you're some kind of obstacle or something, or there is an obstacle in the way. Maybe you're at a distance, especially with all the Sagittarius energy that we have here. You could be a Sagittarius sun and a Pisces moon or a Pisces rising, or, vice versa, Pisces sun, Sagittarius moon, Sagittarius rising, or, however it works for you. And in the power three, what is it? The big three is you might have Sagittarius placements, and you might also have Pisces placements together. Or in the big six, if you know what those are. If not, we're not going to go into it right now because it kind of takes too much time. But the thing is here is that there's been a huge transformation, and while you've transformed and continued on this healing journey, you've left others in a comatose state. Like, they can't do anything. They're stuck. They're not moving, and they know that there's no way that they can come towards you unless they get divine assistance. Right? The three, oh my gosh, hold on just a second. My apologies. There's kids playing at the pool, and they screamed, and it scared everybody, and they all had to bark. But yeah, they know that, like, my Three of Swords talks about divine intervention, that source is here helping you through. But this is like them thinking, like, you have so many options, and because of that, it's like, okay, you're the person who's become the it person, whether you're a man, a woman, whatever you identify with, like, you're the it person, right? you're the person that no one wanted before and now everybody wants. And so everybody that just kind of like let you go and slip through their fingers, now suddenly they want you because you've transformed and you've healed yourself. And all those people before, like I said, there's like no harsh feelings. Like I don't feel like you resent them or you're angry at them. It's like basically you're like, great, you told me and showed me what I don't want. Great. I'm glad that you came in because I don't think I would have learned it otherwise. And then you moved on. You're the one that moved on, and you were being led on your journey in this particular route. Like you knew you had to heal this aspect of yourself, but it's through your healing that you like had it glow up. It's not that you're not attractive. You're actually extremely attractive, but what you healed was being a doormat to people. And now you're in a place of understanding that I can be compassionate and loving, but that doesn't mean I have to invite you in. And it's like that reclusiveness that has people pining over you. It has men pining over you, and they want a piece of it. They want a piece of it. 13:13 on the clock. That's interesting because I said you might see 14:14 and it's 13:13 when I looked at the clock. I'm going to bring out a new deck here, guys. This is called the Tarot 78. It's absolutely gorgeous. The images in here are incredible. It's an Italian deck. You know, I'm just going to say it. I love adding to my tarot library, and so I just had a chance to recently, and yeah, so I'm giving back and bringing on new decks for you guys today. So you're going to see 2 today. So let's give this a shuffle. And we'll get some clarifying cards here. Really excited. Really excited. Yeah, there's something very seductive about you now. Like, it's not that you weren't before. It was like they felt, okay, the difference of being easy and being a challenge. That's what I've been trying to get at. And it's like they just showed me. It's like you've moved from being easy. Not that you ever were. It's the idea that you were easy, from men thinking that, oh, you're an easy target, right? And then you weren't, and they weren't willing to put in the work. And now they realize what they let slip through their fingers, and realizing that the challenge that you presented with them was presenting them with a woman of value or a man of value or somebody of value. And now they realize what they lost, right? And so that's what it is. So Source, may I please have some clarifying cards for pile 3. Why do men fall in love with pile 3? Okay, they want this one. I just love the backs of these. I think you're the only one that actually got to see the back of the card, because all the rest of them flew out and flipped over. Yeah. So we have some sense of mystery. You're very mysterious. That's part of your allure. Okay, they want this one. Okay. Yeah, that was way too many to take. We'll check out the bottom in just a minute. Okay. So what do we have here? The 7 of Wands. Yeah, you persevered in spite of struggle. Like, it didn't matter what was going on. Like, whatever you got involved in, like, you overcame what you needed to, and you made it to your finish line. We have the 6 of Swords here. Look. When I said, let's look at this image right here. It feels like it's online. And then we have this card coming out. And no, this is like the only card in the deck that has anything that's online, like where he's looking on the computer researching. But it feels like there's a distance here, right? It feels like there's a distance that's keeping them from actually trying or even attempting to be closer to you. So it's like, I'm just going to love you from afar because it's easier that way. And it's like the more that they research you, the more that they look up for you, like they're not moving towards you. It's like they're all they could go back to is the fact that they keep falling in love with you because you keep overcoming challenges, and they feel like they're the ones so stuck and stagnant. And it's like they refuse to grow because they're so enamored by you growing. And it's not that you don't inspire them, you do. It's just, this is like making a physical choice to stay stuck. It's easier just to watch you from afar than it is to make an uncomfortable change. And then we have the 2 of Coins in the reverse. Yeah, because you're capable of doing multiple things at once. Look at this. Like, you're diving into these whirlwind pools. Like, you're not worried about what's going to happen. You know you're going to come out just fine. And it's like you're capable of doing multiple things at once, and it's like all they can do is sit and watch. That's the only thing that like this is someone who can't walk and chew gum. Like that's like the type of energy here. It's like they're incapable of walking and chewing gum. It's like you seem unreal, like you're unrealistic. And it's like this thing is that you're a very real person. You're very tangible, and you have feelings just like everybody else. And it's like they just don't see it's not that they're objectifying you, it's just that it's almost like you're too good for them, and so they feel like you don't experience the same things that a normal person would. That's what's coming through. And so it's like, again, they didn't realize that they let go of something that was going to turn into or become so valuable. It's not that you weren't at first, it was just you may not have realized it when they first approached you. On the bottom of the deck, we do have the King of Swords in the reverse here. Yeah, because they were so used to getting what they wanted by swindling, wooing. It's like swindling and saying things just for the sake of saying things. Okay, this is trying to peek out. So what is this? The Knight of Wands. They were so used to saying things very sexual, very like not of sustenance. It was just very blasé, and honestly it's gross. Like I just have to say it's gross. It's just gross things, like, and getting what they wanted. And with you, it's like they didn't get anywhere. And so the smooth talking didn't get them what they wanted, but they didn't want to put in the effort, and now they realize that they lost out on a very valuable individual, right? They now no longer have access to you. And so now they realize, oh my gosh, like I'm in love with pile 3. They're falling even more madly in love. But this is someone who cannot make a decision to come through. This is a group of men who cannot make a decision to come through. It's not that all men fall in love with you this way. I feel like sources coming in talking about 1, 2, maybe 3 individuals who are like this, who tried something with you, who tried to take advantage of you in a sexual way through being a smooth talker, right? And it just didn't work to their advantage. Yeah, look, we have House 8 on the bottom. Transformation, karma, facing fears and legacies. See, it's like you face the fear of rejection. You face the fear of being alone. You face the fear of not being good enough. You faced all your fears, and now you're transforming. And you're letting go of the karmas, and you're building legacies. And there's no way that now, even if they wanted to, there's no way they could ever catch up with you. You would always be so far ahead of them. And that's that's why men fall in love with you. It's because no one can keep up with your grind. Like, that's the thing. It's like very, very, very few people can keep up with that. But it's not just your grind. This has to do with your amount of healing, like what you've done to heal yourself. Forget what you do for work. This has to do with healing self and coming to yourself. Look, we have Cat, intuition. And you also have discernment and intuition that is on fire. Look at all this fire down here. So when they look into your eyes, they know there's no BSing you, pile 3. They know that. They know that. And you just, if this is frustrating because you meet a lot of men like this, don't be frustrated. This is just saying you're weeding out all those karmic situations. Look, I cannot make this up. As I said that, this card flipped over. As I said that, this card flipped over. DNA karma. Literally, as I said, as you're weeding out these karmic situations, when I said karmic situations, this flipped over out of the deck. What is that? I freaking love you, pile 3. I just love you. Yeah, you're letting go of karmic situations, and they know that's it. Like, there's nothing that's going to let them come back in, because they know their karma. They know it's done. It's over. It's kaput. We're not coming through it. Why? Because you're moving straight. You are moving straight towards your blessings. Source is bringing your person to you. Don't worry about these men. Don't worry about them, honey. Please don't. Because they're just a thing of the past, okay? Source is bringing you your person. Source is bringing you who's meant to be in your life. Someone who's on your level. Someone who's going to grow with you. Someone who's going to see your value. Who's going to make you feel even more worthy. Who's going to make you feel even better. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. That's what they missed. They couldn't act on it. They couldn't act on the fact that they knew they loved you. They just kind of let you go. You disappeared into the darkness. That's what I heard right now. House 6, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. This also, House 6, is connected with our day-to-day routines, right? The little things that we do that make a big difference over time. You never gave up. It's not like you did a whole lot all at once. It's not like you leapt from here to here in one night. You've just done consistent things that have helped you overcome the things that were holding you behind, letting go of karmic situations, healing yourself little by little, and you're blossoming and blooming and turning into this beautiful rose bush. And it's like when you started, maybe they believed, oh, you know, like pile 3's never going to heal. Pile 3's never going to do that. And then all of a sudden it was like when they finally figured it out that you were doing it, it was too late. Boom, 17 with authenticity. Wolf, yeah. You cannot compete with authenticity. When they stare into your eyes, it's like staring into the eyes of the wolf. They're scared to death of you. And the reason they are is because they cannot pull one over your eyes. They cannot. They can't bring this injustice into your life. They can't bring this not being stable into your life. Source isn't going to allow it. Source is like, you're not going to play with my chosen. Not like that. You already had your chance and you let it go. Take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. And I feel like this is you in your energy. Like you already know, like you see the bigger picture. You see that they came into your life for a purpose to help you know what you didn't want. And you were like, cool, thanks. I'm going to change me and find out what that takes me to. And boom, you're on your way. Do you, baby. Do you. I love that. What a beautiful energy. Okay, so this is my new oracle deck, the yin yang oracle deck. They're beautiful. They're easy for me to shuffle. I've never been able to hold any of my cards this way because I have little hands. And so this is exciting for me. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this, and then I'm going to go through this one time and see what flips out. It has been different for all the piles so far. I can't lie when I say that pile 2 only got one card, and pile 3 got like a whole grip of cards, so I'm interested to see what comes out for you. I'll just take whatever comes out through one shuffle, and we'll go through there, or we'll go from there. So, Source, why do men fall in love with pile 3? All right. Why do men fall in love with pile 3, Source? Okay. Why do men fall in love with pile 3? Why do men fall in love with pile 3? Why do men fall in love with pile 3? Okay. Why do men fall in love with pile 3? Wow. Gonna lose a ring. I feel like that one wants to come out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it. So you guys got a grip. We'll check this. We'll check out the bottom of the deck in a minute. Okay. So I want this one first. Limitations and fears. Yeah, you look at this picture. Didn't I say they're afraid of you? This is just this is confirmation to your reading. This is you, and so they ghosted you. They're the ones that ghosted you. Maybe you were always there willing to open up to them. But limitations with fears. It's like they realized their own limitations and that scared them. That came out. That's like confirmation on what we've been reading. Right? You're clearing your karma. You're not dealing with them anymore. And they realize that they're going to hold you back. What's this one? Deception and temptation. I cannot with you, Source. I freaking love you. Exactly what we had right here. Exactly what we had right here. Exact. Source is like, I got you, baby. I got you. They wanted to come in playing some games. And you weren't going to let them. Okay. Okay, they want this one next. Assistance with spirit guides. Didn't I say that right here? You're receiving assistance with this little... It's a cat figure in my deck. It's some it's a dog. But they're saying, like, you received assistance to get out of there. Your spirit guides, your angels, your messengers, whoever it was, they came and they said, look, let's move on from this pile 3. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Okay, I feel like this one's next. Reflection projections. This is what they reflect onto you. Their broken image. They really believed that you weren't going to heal yourself. Okay? And I know, like, I wish this was, like, far more positive than it is. You may have resonated with one of the other piles, but just understanding that it's like Source is trying to tell you, don't worry anymore because I'm bringing to you what is yours. Yeah, you guys got a whole grip. I'm just going to say, like, look at this. You guys got a whole grip of these. All right. Party, external. This is why. This is why, because they were stuck on external energies. They couldn't get out of it. They couldn't let go of what their like physical body wanted, what they desired. Instead of coming into chasing their dreams, they went after what they thought they wanted. What everybody else did. Twin flames. Yeah, so this could have been a twin flame journey for you. This could have been what you experienced. Why? You know, and this doesn't have to be your twin flame. This energy here, okay? And I want people to draw away from the toxicity of the twin flames. Not that it isn't toxic, but it's just understanding that sometimes the toxic connections that we get involved in are leading us to the truest life and the truest love. Okay? And so I feel like for you guys, it's like you experienced all these karmic connections so that you could come to your true soulmate, whether that's a twin flame or not, it's your true soulmate. Yeah, forming structure, solid foundation. It's interesting because this came out in one of the other ones, but you're building a solid foundation for yourself and you're not letting anybody knock you down from that. Look, guarded and vulnerability. Yeah, you're not giving to people anymore. It's not that you're not vulnerable. You're very much vulnerable, but it's vulnerable with a purpose, right? Like how she's got her shawl on, like you can see through it. You can see through the cracks, right? Of course you can. But you're also not letting people in just willy-nilly. Truth expression. Yeah, you're a very honest person. And people can't run from your honesty. Like there's no hiding from your honesty. It's very scary, but it's necessary. Because you're coming into some sort of initiation here with higher self activation. Look at that, falling out right underneath the twin flames. You may have had a catalytic karmic relationship that set you up for your twin flame journey to activate yourself. Okay, and sometimes that does happen. Celebration, gifts, and abundance. Yes, you are becoming the light. You are becoming the love. Like this is Source gifting you your blessings. Right? Your blessings are coming in. Like you're getting gifted something here. And what do we have here? North Node, your cosmic purpose, baby. Yes. Look at this last line. Just out the punches. Like Source is like, I got you. Don't worry. Don't trip, chocolate chip. I got you. What do we have on here? Detachment and cold. This is exactly what you have become. You're detached from the outcome. You're detached from them because you don't want to get involved with it. And you're a divine femme. Boom. Ending cycles. All right. Otherwise, I'm going to get really in deep with these. But yeah, you're ending cycles. You're letting go of what's no longer serving you. How amazing. Look at this powerful energy here. This is like standing strong in the Emperor. Look, this is what is this? A dragon? Or what is that? I'm not sure what that is. It could be a rooster. Dragon, just a very powerful energy is what I'm getting from this with the transformation here. But being able to, this feels like a king of some sorts here who's being willing to do what's necessary. Look, the cosmic connection, right? Cosmic purpose coming through here with the cosmos again, the moon and the stars, the falling stars. Like you could very well be a star seed, right? And you're building yourself back up from the hardships that you've gone through. Because you've been assisted on finding yourself, finding structure for yourself, but you've had to learn how to let go of old situations, right? Yeah, 22, look, a master number, the Emperor. I am worthy of respect because I am respectful of all. Yeah, this is the energy that I was absolutely getting from you. You are worthy of respect, but this person or these people, they weren't respecting you. They weren't respecting you as a person. They didn't see your value. And it was like, you left because you learned your value. And then this feels very romantic. Like there's a love coming in for you. That's your gift. That's your abundance. You're getting rewarded for clearing out all this karmic energy and you're coming into a love, a romance. That's what this feels like. This feels like guided by Source. It's like because you let go of the past and you become very strong. Like he's looking at this character here. It's like because you've become so strong from your past situations. And now you just have to receive. The Lovers, look, 7. I attract love, abundance, success, happiness, and fulfillment. This is what your blessing is. I absolutely feel like this. This is your blessing. You've let go of karma. It's been very clear with your reading. Very clear. The karma, your intuition, right? It's very clear across the board what's going on here. And you're letting go of karmic situations. And now Source is rewarding you because you're following your purpose, your North Node. This is an incredible reading, Pile 3. I absolutely loved it. If you claim this, and if it resonated, leave a purple heart down below in the comment center section and say, I claim this reading, okay? And let me know how it resonated for you. I love hearing from you guys. It's just so amazing. But this was an absolutely beautiful reading. I'm so excited for you, Pile 3. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, though. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below. I'm going to get on out of here. I do just want to take a moment, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, Source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this gorgeous message. And with that being said, until next time, stay human. Bye.